Thank you. So I really did not want to be on that plane. And a few hours before I really just wanted to be out snorkeling. So my wife and I we were in Jamaica enjoying an early winter getaway when we heard about a lot of hype building for a really big snowstorm at home that was due to drop 30 inches of snow on Philadelphia, and it was going to happen the day we were originally supposed to leave. So we made a very hasty exit from Jamaica. Now, we didn't have to leave. We didn't have to change our plan. I think in this situation, an optimist would say, oh, big snowstorm means bonus vacation for me. I'm going to go back to the beach and order more drinks. No. See, I've always been way better at pessimism. And I knew that this snowstorm was going to be nothing but aggravation from beginning to end. It was going to be flight delay after flight delay. And I saw us getting home on Christmas night in the middle of the night. And I have no shovel and getting off the shuttle bus at the airport in 30 inches of snow up to my waist. And I'm like, no, no way. So, and it was really a small miracle that we were able to change our flight. But it was a good thing we left when we did, because at some point during this flight, I was rooting through my carry-on, and I noticed I pulled out my snorkel, and there was a bug in the snorkel, and it's big. It's maybe 2 inches long and really fat with big legs and long antenna, and it looked like some kind of cricket or cockroach on steroids. And I got very disturbed when I realized at the precise moment of this discovery, I was supposed to be out on the reef snorkeling. If we didn't change our plan, I would have been out there with this bug. So I'll never know how close I came to swallowing this bug, or worse, inhaling the bug. Now, there's never a convenient time to inhale a big bug like that, I imagine, but I figure, the fact that being surprised with that a big bug in your throat when you're swimming around in the middle of the ocean, I imagine could be quite dangerous. So I calmed myself down and realized, all right, it's all good. I didn't eat it. I didn't snort it, but I might have to claim this bug at customs. I had already filled out the declaration form, and I took another look at the form, and it asks if you have, among other things, insects, live animals. Yes, I have both of those things here. And I'm dreading this because I don't want to go to customs. I'm afraid, this is a total accident. This thing just randomly crawled in there. Nobody would think that I would deliberately bring home a big nasty bug from Jamaica. But still, I don't want to take any chances. I'm worried maybe they're going to be on a big power trip. We're going to be delayed, and we're trying to get home ahead of this snowstorm. It's Snowmageddon, and I can't afford delays. And I think, well, I could just put it back in the bag and pretend it's not there. Or maybe it's dead. Maybe I'm worrying for nothing. Maybe the bug's dead. I'll have another look. So I determined that the bug is definitely not dead. And the reason I know this is because the snorkel tube is ribbed. It's like corrugated silicone. And this thing, I tried to shake and reposition the tube, and this thing's in there holding on like this. Okay, so, all right, it's not dead, I think, but it could be dead. I could arrange for that right now. I'm thinking to myself, which is ridiculous. I'm in the window seat of a cramped airplane sitting next to my bug-fearing wife, and somehow I think I'm going to manage to extract this bug from the snorkel and step on it right in my seat. And even if I'm successful doing that, I realize, I'm going to go home and I'm going to have potentially bug eggs on my shoes, and what kind of is that going to wreak havoc on the local flora and fauna? The real reason that I can't do this operation is that I know that I'm going to botch this, and I'm going to set the bug free, and it's going to be flying around the cabin, and I can't take a chance on that. So I decide I got to own up to this exotic pet and hope for the best. We landed. I got to customs, and I handed the guy the form with the appropriate boxes checked and the snorkel with the bug in it, and I tried to keep a straight face. And the first guy said, you got to go down the hall, around the corner, to talk to this other guy at customs. And we approached the desk of a very menacing-looking guy. And he took a look at it, and he said, cool. Oh, he's going to love this. So apparently, at customs, there's a resident bug expert on duty. And we were waiting for the bug guy to come over to see what we had. And while we were waiting, there were like 3 customs inspectors trying to get this bug out of my snorkel. And they're blowing on it and shaking the tube, and it's not moving. And finally, they transferred it into this little vial. So it's sitting there in this big steel table in this little vial next to what was left of my snorkel. And the bug guy came up and he said, "It's actionable," which meant that we were welcome to enter, but the bug was not. And we were actually real lucky we got home when we did, because we really, the next day, we got 24 inches of snow that started falling just a few hours after we got home. And I also know that not everybody that shows up at customs with a roach from Jamaica is admitted. Thank you.
Brian, everybody.